Yeah, what up? What's going on, everybody? Ooh. Oh. Not sure exactly what the incline is. In terms of degrees, it's just the smallest incline the bench has. It's not super aggressive. How's the shoulder? A lot better. Much better. It's not perfect, but, you know, can get through workouts just fine. And I turned the heater on. So, hopefully I won't end up getting cold in the basement. Broke up with a girl who had BPD yesterday. That is a good idea. You really do not need to deal with fucking crazy bitches. Let me fucking tell you. Crazy women will ruin your life. Crazy dudes will spend their life savings fixing up a piece of shit fucking car. So, do not deal with crazy women. She had 3 phones, multiple names, constantly tried to make me jealous, and it didn't work. Jesus fuck, dude. Let me guess, the sex wasn't even that great. After work, BG live after work while eating my split pea soup and broccoli. I like split pea soup. How much weight is going to be on the PR? I'm thinking I might go for 315. We'll see how I feel. I took Anavar today, so I feel pretty fucking good, dude. Anavar just fucking makes you feel amazing. Israel kind of sucks. Yeah, well, you can go cry about it somewhere else. Congratulations, you're banned. There's technically formulations of Anavar that can be injected, but it's still an oral drug. So there's injectable orals. So you can find Anadrol in injectable form. There's even injectable Winstrol, which I really don't recommend ever taking. Really bad idea. But it would still be an oral. There's no real injectable form of Anavar.
Hey VG, do you agree that Trump should just decimate Karg Island? It facilitates 90% of all Iranian oil exports. If Iran wants to block the strait, then America should blow up the 18 million barrels of oil on that island.
They probably don't want to do it because one, how it would affect oil prices, and two, like they eventually want the regime to be replaced and be stable and economically viable, right? So I think they probably want to avoid doing that. Thanks for the donation, though, Depressed and Repressed. Well, I shrugged 590. I'm close to a 600-pound shrug right now. Yeah, like if you're not used to lifting that kind of weight, yeah, that would feel heavy. But dude, Anavar just makes me feel fucking great. I forgot how good it makes you feel. I haven't taken it in a really long time. Apples or potato chips? Well, apples are better for you. Potato chips are fucking great, though.
Would be Monty if you fought on Arden's next brand risk boxing event. Maybe you could fight Kenny KO, or if there's anybody else you think would be a better opponent.
Oh. I think Kenny KO would make the most sense. I don't really know anybody else. Like, I'm not sure if Bradley Martin would be into that sort of thing. I kind of, like, fucking hate Kenny KO so goddamn much. It'd be nice to scramble that guy's brains. And, maybe, like, actually literally kill him in a boxing ring. That guy's such a fucking piece of shit. So that would interest me, for sure. Thanks for the donation, though, nigga. How much money does TRT typically cost? The actual medication itself is peanuts. Your average person is probably going to be spending somewhere between $15 to $30 a month USD on TRT. It's nothing. For the medication itself. If you go to a clinic, though, a TRT clinic, they make their money through services. So they're gonna, like, bullshit you and upcharge you on, like, nonsense you don't need. Like, oh, we'll give you regular blood work and consulting, and they'll also try to get you on medications you probably don't need, like HCG, to, like, maintain fertility, which, like, I don't know why the fuck you'd want to do that. But yeah, the medication itself is peanuts. Again, your average dude is going to be spending somewhere between $15 and $30 USD a month for TRT. Like, anybody could afford that. Costs nothing.
If you were in Griffith's position, what would you choose? Would you Minecraft yourself, accept that the dream is dead and try to find a new kind of happiness in the wreckage? Or would you actually go through with the sacrifice to get it all back?
I wouldn't go through with a sacrifice. I have, like, honor and integrity, so there's no way I'd sacrifice friends, loved ones, for anything like that. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Thanks for the donation, though, Conrad.
How's your knee that had the dislocation issues? Has the PEDS helped you maintain the stability, or will you end up getting MPFL and TTT surgery once again?
I haven't had a kneecap dislocation since I've had the surgery in high school. So, in terms of dislocations, it's fine. That's not happening anymore. So the surgery was successful in that sense. What really fucked up my knee was the E. coli infection that I had afterwards. So I have limited range of motion in my left knee. And there's, like, scar tissue and fucked up shit in my left knee. So it hurts. And it makes lower body training difficult. So that's an ongoing issue. Maybe in the future I might be able to fix some of that with, like, surgery, modern medicine, stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of an ongoing problem. Thanks for the donation, though, Mixed. Would you say RE7 is a masterpiece? I would say almost. It had a kind of pacing issues towards the end, I would say. The first half of the game was perfect. It's just, it turned into more of a shooter towards the end, which I kind of understand that they want to make the game more exciting and have, like, a big finale and stuff, but, like, it just doesn't work for that kind of game. RE9 fixed that issue completely because it was a mix between the horror and the kind of action. So RE9 ended up having perfect pacing, like perfect level design, you know, perfect gameplay balance. So it kind of found that a way around that issue with RE7. RE7 is definitely way fucking better than RE8. That's for sure. RE8 was just trash. Oh. Kenny KO or Greg Doucette in a boxing match? Well, Greg can't fight. Um, he's at a huge physical disadvantage. Like, he's really short. Like, he's stubby. So, like, that alone makes it unfair. There's also, like, a huge size disparity. Like, I think he only weighs, like, what, 175-ish pounds or something? I'm 246 currently. I'd probably be about 235 if I got, like, really lean. So, got way too much weight on him, and he's, like, a lot older, too. That makes a huge difference, too. Armin, donate $2. Do you think you would defeat Gypsy Crusader in a boxing match? Yeah. He's not nearly as strong, athletic, in good shape. I don't know if he's ever, like, really done anything particularly athletic, and, I mean, he looks unwell. Like, he's doing drugs. Like, he's got, like, coke bloat. So, like, I've kind of stayed healthy and I train like a fuck ton and I'm on steroids. I don't know if he's on steroids, but I don't think he is. So, yeah, I beat Gypsy Crusader in a boxing match. Do you take soy protein isolate? I think the protein I take is a mix of pea and soy. Feel that it's weirdly underrated, should be widely recommended, seems like best protein. Yeah, soy and pea protein are roughly equivalent. Most of the protein powders I've seen are a mix of pea and soy. Some people get some like digestive issues from it, but you know, just choose whatever protein you can digest fine, you know. Silken tofu, it's kind of made more for desserts. I never make it. Easy peasy. I like the taste of hemp protein. It's got a nice earthy flavor to it. YZ 450 donating tillers. Had the first stream I can remember in a while. I was in an auditorium of people. There was a pillow, so I laid down on it, and a minute later, Brian Johnson said it was his for optimal neck support. I apologize, thank him for life maxing, and left. That's a weird one. Thanks for the donation, YZ.
What site do you recommend for TRT, or what process to get some?
I don't know what you mean by that. Like, are you asking me what a good website is to source underground steroids? Because I can't tell you that on YouTube. And I only know good sources in Canada. If you, like, talk to me in private and you're Canadian, I can tell you. But it's going to kind of depend on what, like, country you're in. Or what state and whatever. If you're gonna find a legitimate, like, route to source your testosterone from, you probably want to avoid going with, like, an actual in-person clinic, because if they have an actual physical location, that means they're gonna have to pay rent or, like, taxes and, like, utilities and stuff on the buildings. They're going to have a bunch of employees. So that means they're just going to try to charge you up the ass when it comes to services. So I would look for an online only kind of clinic. And all they do is just prescribe you. That would be the cheapest route if you just want to find some website where a doctor can just prescribe you whatever. And then they probably won't upcharge you with a bunch of bullshit you don't need. But the cheapest route is to just find a good UGL source. And good UGL gear is just as good, if not better, than pharmaceutical, because good UGLs, they batch test each batch. Whereas a lot of these TRT clinics, they get their stuff from compounding pharmacies and they don't batch test. So if they have, like, some dumbass intern who didn't sleep well the night before, and they just don't mix the ingredients properly and weigh everything, then I've seen this happen a lot. They'll give you stuff that's massively underdosed. I can't tell you the amount of fucking times I've seen somebody go to a doctor or TRT clinic, get prescribed testosterone, and the testosterone they're given is dosed at 50% what it should be. So if they're getting testosterone and enthate, it should be dosed at 250 milligrams per mil. And what they're getting is dosed at about 100 or 125 milligrams per mil. And they're wondering why they don't feel anything, why they don't feel any better. Well, they're taking half the amount of medication they think they're taking. And on top of that, if you're getting that stuff prescribed, they'll only give you one vial every so often. So it might be one vial every 2 months or something. So what that means is, if there's any issue with their supply chain where, say, 1 month they're waiting for a batch of raw materials to actually make another batch, well, now you're going to miss, like, a month of your medication or something. Whereas with a UGL, you could buy years worth of supply and then never run out. So it's up to you, though, but it would violate YouTube's terms of service for me to recommend, like, some UGL source of gear. Like, I can't do that. Thanks for the donation, though, dude.
Gypsy Crusader was a national kickboxing champion. He fought for a world title in 2014. He would leave you bleeding on the pavement.
Really? I saw him box that retard. And I mean, he was better than the retard. Like, he's a retard too, but yeah, I saw him box that, like, out of shape idiot who's, like, never fought in his life. And he did a lot better, but that's not saying much. Kind of, like, there's a difference between boxing and kickboxing, but, like, I would suspect somebody who's, like, a kickboxing champion to, I don't know, be a little better than what I saw. It's a little surprising. Thanks for the donation, Mugman. Oh. I'm gonna go 315. Can a 47-year-old male have a test level of 1,000 without TRT? Well, yeah. It's just you don't really get to control that. You're not really in control of your genetics. So it's like asking, I don't know, can I bench 700 pounds naturally? It's like, well, it's possible for somebody to bench 700 pounds naturally. The first guy to actually bench 700 was a drug-tested natural power lifter. It's just, is that in the cards for you? Probably not. So, just take, like, I know a lot of people think this is controversial, but I think most, like, and I mean like 99% of adult men should just be on testosterone. There's just no reason not to be. It is arguably the safest and most well-tolerated drug ever made. Like, maybe, like blood pressure meds, ARBs, are safer and more well-tolerated, maybe. But the amount of benefits you get from it versus like the cost and risk, it's just so tilted towards like, yeah, you should just fucking take it. That yeah, I think 99% of dudes should just be on testosterone. I even think a lot of women should be on low dose testosterone. Like somewhere between 5 to 15 milligrams per week, something like that. Ugh. Fuck yes! Fuck you. What a relief. I really wanted to hit that by the end of this mezzo, so that's good. That is a big all-time PR. Yeah, I can't use the beef what a relief outro anymore. Gets copywritten. Yeah, steroids fucking work, dude. Don't see any people taking Turk making gains like me, so.
Two words, fuck copyright.
Yeah, it's usually just a load of horseshit. I can understand, like, you know, somebody uploads the fucking Avengers movie to their channel, but, like, usually just horseshit. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Oh. Oh, did you actually start taking testosterone, Holly Wally? It's amazing for fucking cardio. That's the thing that actually surprised me the most. Like, I knew they were really good for muscle growth, but it's shocking how fucking good it is for increasing your cardiovascular capacity. Crazy. Never understood people downplaying the effects of PEDs. I always thought it was obvious if one isn't getting yoked on gear, their training is just that bad 99% of the time. Yeah. Like, not everybody has the genetics to be Ronnie Coleman, obviously, but if you're not getting a pretty good, like, impressive physique taking steroids, you're training shit. Yeah, so I was afraid of the needles at first, but now I don't feel them. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I think like by the second day I was taking it, I started taking testosterone. I noticed my cardio was better. Like day 2. And then by the 4th day, I was really feeling it. Yeah, I'm going to stream later tonight. Okay. Try to do at least one more set. Oh, fucking easy.
I was considering ordering Semax online for brain function. Does it have to be paired with Solank? Or is Test just better than either of them?
I have no fucking idea what either of those things are. What the fuck is C-Max and Solank? So, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Thanks for the donation, Grey Knight. I do flat and incline bench. I went to Montreal 2 weeks ago. So many potholes and drivers were nuts. Yep. That's Quebec for you. You pay the highest fucking taxes of any province in Canada, and you get absolutely nothing in return. So, yeah. Shitty, poorly maintained roads and infrastructure. Impossible to get a fucking doctor. Some of the worst healthcare in all of Canada, and you pay the highest taxes out of any fucking province. So, wonderful. And French people are fucking stupid. They can't drive, so yeah. I think I'm just gonna do the 2 sets. The left pec tendon feels a little inflamed, and kind of learned my lesson. So I'm just gonna do the 2 sets here. Think that would be a better idea. But that's a good PR. Oh, I literally just said I'm taking Anavar right now. Oh. I don't know if I put it there or higher. Keep forgetting where I put the safeties with decline. It's too low. Okay. There any vegan bodybuilders on your level? Well, there has to be. I don't think they're big on social media or anything, but there has to be. Like, there's bodybuilding vegan. Right now, I think he is bigger than me. I don't know when he's planning on competing next, but he's a pretty big, strong dude. Where did I put the other? Oh. Eh. Yeah, bodybuilding vegans 275. I weigh 246. That's what I weighed in at a few days ago. Don't worry. Soon enough. I think I'm gonna start mogging him. Do you recommend any super fruits for protein? I don't know what a super fruit is, and fruit isn't very high in protein. Ugh.
I thought elbow wraps were gay, you said. Also, what brand you using? I need to buy those.
Well, I didn't say elbow wraps were gay. What I said was it's cringe that there's these teenage kids that are using lifting equipment and like lifting their ass way off the fucking bench to like try to bench 405. Like that's cringe. Um the reason I'm using elbow wraps is because my elbows fucking hurt and they just take pressure off my elbows when I'm doing heavy lifts. So, like from here on out, I'm probably just gonna use some form of elbow support. Like from what I've seen, most dudes who end up, getting pretty big and strong, like they use some form of elbow support. Same with the knees; they use some form of knee wraps or knee support. And these are the Iron Bull elbow wraps. They're pretty good. They're better than the old ones I had. Um, From what I've heard, the Larry Wheels PR elbow wraps are good, but like they're also the Larry Wheels brand, so that might be a little embarrassing right now. Thanks for the donation, though, Blur. Um, so yeah, Iron Bull. Um, Iron Bull's good, and what was I gonna? What's the brand? Inzer. Inzer has some good elbow wraps and elbow sleeves. I've heard good things about them. Dude, holy fuck, dude. My phone number must have gotten leaked to some scammers because holy fuck, the amount of text messages I get from like fucking Chinese and Indian scammers. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, I'm a Berserk fan. Fuck yeah, dude. Thanks for that donation, though, Blair. I think that was a good call, only doing the 2 sets for incline press. I don't regret that decision. It's usually better safe than sorry to begin with, but yeah, there's definitely yeah, the tendon here is a little inflamed. So that was a good call. No, Aaron, you can't have my number. You can message me on Instagram though. Ugh. I don't know if it's the pec or my shoulder. It feels kind of weird. Pain's kind of moving to different spots, but whatever, it's not too bad. I don't mind a little bit of aches and pains. I can kind of tell the difference now between something that could end up being a catastrophic injury and something that's just a little bit of a nag. Would I ever become a wrestler? Like a pro wrestler for like WWE? I don't think so, man. I don't really want to have sex with Vince McMahon's wife or girlfriends, and I kind of know a bunch of the stuff that goes on in the business. Like, it's pretty rough going. You can make some really good money doing it, but you kind of completely and utterly wreck your body doing that. It's a pretty stressful lifestyle, too. Dude, Vince McMahon is nuts. I saw that high speed chase he had with the fucking cops. Was he in like a fucking Bugatti or something? And then like his excuse was he was trying to make it to his daughter's birthday or some shit. Like, he's fucking 80. It's just, his lifestyle is just so fucking crazy. And like, he acts like a fucking teenager. He's absolutely unhinged. Like, that must have been so fucking weird for the cop. Chasing some dude going 200 miles an hour, and then he opens the door. It's a fucking 80-year-old man. Yeah, the cops were really nice to him. Like, I guess that's the rich white male privilege. If he was black, they probably would have at least had their guns pointed at him. Good thing he wasn't a fucking football player. Or a basketball player. Well, I'm probably not going to get into high-speed chases at 80. And probably not in a Bugatti, maybe in a fucking Panigale V4. Oh. 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 Vince McMahon looks great for his age, though. Um, it's like, and again, there's the proof. Like, everybody says, oh, you'll die if you take steroids and shit, and they age you faster. Vince McMahon's been taking steroids for a very long time. I don't remember a time when he was like a public personality when he wasn't on steroids. So he's been taking gear for like at least 50 years. And he looks amazing at his age. Like, he's almost 80. Isn't he like 78 or 79? Like, dude, if you can be in his shape at that age, like, I think you're doing fucking well for yourself. And he does not look old. So it's just like a bunch of bullshit. The whole thing, I was arguing with some like dumbass kids on Anabolic Sticks YouTube channel. Like, everybody points to these bodybuilders who die young. And you'll notice all these deaths are bodybuilders, right? Like, there isn't a single sport where steroid use isn't endemic. So every single fucking sport uses them. And even other strength sports, like powerlifting and strongman, where they're definitely using high doses of fucking steroids, you rarely ever hear of any deaths. Like, it happens here and there, but it's not any more than what you see in any other sport. Like, there's been a bunch of football players that have died, some soccer players, basketball players that have died fairly young. So, like, you're gonna see deaths in every sport. But yeah, like the fact that you only hear about these deaths in bodybuilding, what does that tell you? It's probably not the steroids they're taking. It's probably like a combination of like the particular lifestyle factors that are associated with the sport, or like specific things in bodybuilding that they have to do, like dehydrating themselves, taking diuretics, like maybe the extreme stress of dieting like that lean and then gaining a fuck ton of weight and like going on a yo-yo diet like that. Like that's the shit that's probably killing them. Ugh. So yeah. No, I've never tried to buy chocolate. It seems like bullshit to me. Like a dumb idea. He does, and he slept like 4 hours a night for 50 years. I've heard that. I have a like some people don't need as much sleep. It's a genetic thing. Apparently that is real. It's hard to believe that he like for 50 years he only got 4 hours of sleep. Like he might have a weird sleep pattern where he sleeps for 4 hours, gets up, does like a ton of work, and then he has like an afternoon nap for 2 hours, does a ton of work, and then has another nap for 2 hours. So he ends up getting like 8 hours throughout the course of a day. I don't know. But yeah, that like he looks really fucking good for a guy who's nearly 80. And he's like a fucking sex maniac nut job who supposedly only got 4 hours of sleep a night for 50 years. Hey, Chris Jones sent me a video. Uh what's that motorcycle brand that's massively fucking overpriced? Climb. Yeah, I might end up doing a video with Chris soon. Just sent me a message saying just being busy. I like Chris. Chris Jones. I look like a jacked Mudahar. I don't think so. Mudahar's a fucking retarded asshole. Assuming my program is good, what should I do once I stop progressing on the bench? Can't seem to improve my bench from 225 by 5 times to 8. I'll tell you about that just after I do the set. Couple things that I could recommend. When's the next Turkey Time collab? I'm not sure. I reached out to him over that like bullshit he was dealing with those like fucking lying dumb whores accusing him of like sexual assault. I told him he should sue. Like fucking dumb cunts. Ugh. I don't know how anybody took that bullshit seriously. Just fucking crazy. Well, I'm on more than just TRT. I'm solidly juicing at this point. How rare do you think a 400-pound bench press is? Well, when you're talking about competitive powerlifting, it's not particularly rare. When you're talking about like in the general lifting population, it's quite unusual. Like vast majority of people will not be able to do that. It is very fucking hard to do. Holy fuck, that whole ordeal was absolutely brutal. Like, I can understand how most recreational lifters just wouldn't have the kind of dedication to do that. Who's your favorite Batman character? Probably Bane. Either Bane or Red Hood. Bane's really cool, though. Were you like 280 when you benched 2 or 405? I was 270 when I benched 410. Do you drink energy drinks as pre-workout or intra at all? Sometimes I do. Honestly, Anavar is a better pre-workout than an energy drink. Much better. Yeah, but I like taking energy drinks. They also make nicotine work better. There's a synergistic effect with caffeine and nicotine where it basically makes your dopamine receptors more sensitive. So I also like mixing energy drinks with nicotine. I found the higher the dose of testosterone I'm on, the less nicotine I need. So, and I think that's because testosterone's dopaminergic in itself. So I don't really get as much of a benefit from nicotine anymore. Oh yeah, the guy who was asking me about the bench. So you're saying you're stuck benching 225 for 5. You can't get your 225 for 5 to sets of 8. I would not recommend that kind of double progression scheme. If you're going to do double progression, you should do sets of like 8 and work up to a set of 10, or like work up from a set of 7 to like a set of 9 or 10. Once you get into like sets of 5, it's way, way more fucking difficult to end up doing double progression. And it's just because it's a it's a higher percentage relative to your 1 rep max. So when you're talking about increasing a set of 5 to a set of 6 to a set of 7 to a set of 8, you're basically moving from something that should be roughly 80% of your 1 rep max to closer to like 70-ish percent. That's a 10% difference. So expecting to basically increase your bench strength by like 10% within a meso, like say like 6 to 8 weeks, like that's very fucking difficult. You're not going to be able to maintain that rate of progress. So I would recommend either just sticking with sets of 5 and do linear progression, or if you want to do double progression, either go from sets of 8 to sets of 10, or like sets of 7 to like sets of like 9 or 10. I wouldn't do double progression starting with sets of 5. That's a bad idea. What's the longest you've ever slept? Literally like 20 hours straight. When I was on antipsychotics, those could knock me out for a very long time. I slept for literally 20 hours and I was super fucking confused and like delusional when I woke up. Oh. Yeah, I still take creatine. It's not a waste of time if you're on gear. It's still worth taking. If I had to choose between creatine and steroids, I'd choose the steroids, but they both work. Like, they're both useful. Oh. Oh. All right. I am not sure if I can really do flies with any amount of weight, but we'll try. Worst debate I ever had? That would have to be the Face IQ. If you can even call that a debate. That guy is just a fucking retard. Bart K, that was stupid, but it was like menti. I got him to say stupid shit like cigarette smoking doesn't cause lung cancer or heart disease. Imagine being that much of an idiot. That guy has no epistemic standards. Rooster Fighter started. Oh, sick. I gotta watch that. There's new episodes of Beastars, too. It's the final season. I've been watching that. Scientific Snitch was an idiot. She's, not very smart. Ugh. The shit she says with bulking is so... Like, you don't have to get fat. Like, rotund. But, like, the idea that you're not going to benefit from gaining a bit more body fat, you know, having, like, blurrier abs and shit, like, that's just fucking stupid. And it's just not a big deal either. You can lose weight very easily. It's a linear process. Gaining muscle is so much fucking harder, so putting on an extra 10 pounds of body fat to gain a bunch more muscle is absolutely worth it, because you can always lose that fat like super fucking easily within just like a month or two. Whereas muscle, like, you can spin your wheels like literally for fucking years, not gain anything because you try to stay too lean. Sorry for my stupid question, but how a vegan could have high cholesterol? Maybe using too much oil, for example. Well, cholesterol's genetically determined. You can just have genetically high cholesterol. Being vegan doesn't guarantee you're going to have low cholesterol. So, the two biggest modifiable risk factors for high cholesterol is going to be, one, eating a diet high in saturated fat. Two, being overweight. Roughly per pound or two you're overweight, you're predictably going to have an extra point to your cholesterol score. So if you're like 50 pounds overweight, you could lose about 25 to 50 points off your cholesterol score by losing that 50 pounds. And eliminating cholesterol from your diet is also going to lower your cholesterol. Eating more fiber is going to lower your cholesterol. But if you're already doing all that and you still have high cholesterol, then it's just genetic. I would recommend just going on cholesterol-lowering medication. Yeah, the debate with Anissa was fucking stupid. She's a dumb bitch. She's such a manipulative, lying fucktard. I love how she went into that debate thinking, I'm gonna fucking show him how smart I am. And then she, like, basically started fucking crying. Little idiot. What a fucking dumbass. She's like actually evil. Like, legitimately, like, truly evil. I like how she called herself a feminist. And then when the boxing coach they hired, the guy's wife was trying to ban child marriage in the United States, they did nothing to help. Like, my God. Oh yeah, Amy Kay was just horrendous. I'd say that was the most annoying debate I've ever had. People re-uploaded that to Pornhub. That was on Pornhub for a while. Yeah, I debated Frank Tufano like 3 times. Those were all hilarious, especially the last 2. That guy is the most baffling human being I've ever fucking encountered. Oh, what a weirdo. I don't know how that guy has like an audience. It's just crazy to me. Like the guy's a fake natty who's on steroids at one point. Like he has no idea how to train. He's completely flip-flopped on the whole carnivore diet thing too. Like how the fuck? Like he went from saying like blueberries will give you diabetes because they have sugar to selling fucking pies, cakes, and donuts and saying they're healthy for you because they're all natural. Like, the fuck? Do you still do reps in reserve? I start off a meso with reps in reserve, and then I just try to beat the last session, either by increasing weight or increasing reps. Um, yeah, especially if you're natural and you go all out each session, it does become much harder to progress. Especially if you're doing strength phases where you're doing like sets of 3 or sets of 5. Live debate with Jim Stepani. I don't know who that is. Play Black Mesa. You've been misinformed. Best game ever. I've played that game, I think when it was in beta. I didn't really like it. Yeah, I think I'm still going to do Worst the Fitness Industry on Revival. That guy's a fucktard. He's a fucking coward. I called him out because he was talking shit about Alex and he made some like stupid fucking video about cholesterol. And I challenged him to a debate. I hear crickets, even though he criticizes other people for dodging debates. He agreed to debate Scientific Snitch though because he knew he could win that debate. and I had an informant. Some guy was in his Discord group, and he said he didn't want to debate me on nutrition, and he was waiting to see if he could find some information on how my cat died, because he wanted to see if he could make me look bad by saying I killed my cat and calling me a hypocrite. That guy is a fucking weaselly, cowardly liar. Bro, and he talks so much shit about vegans. It's crazy. Like, this guy struggles to bench 315, and then the vegan he's making fun of benches 405. And a natural vegan. Dude's a clown. And again, it's kind of funny, like, how long have I been on YouTube? I'm kind of like the vegan guy to go after, right? He doesn't want the smoke from me, so he doesn't make a video about me, but he'll make a video about Alex, and I think one of the reasons why he's willing to make a video about Alex is because he knows Alex kind of stays out of drama, so he's not really going to get into it. So the dude's just a fucking pussy. Oh yeah, just about nobody wants to smoke. Okay, I'm gonna try to be careful with the shoulder and everything. Gummy didn't die. He's alive and well. It was Prismo that died. He died from an infection in his paw. Where did I get my tank top? My mom just bought it for me. My mom bought me a bunch. I think she might have gotten it from Sport Check. Why is it about muscle size for you? What about metabolic health? Steroids improve metabolic health. So they improve nutrient partitioning. They increase insulin sensitivity, cellular health. I don't even know what the fuck you mean by that. Brain function. Steroids have benefits for brain function. Testosterone specifically is dopaminergic and GABAergic. You can look at the research on testosterone and cognitive function. It has neuroprotective benefits. It reduces risk of Parkinson's and massively improves mood. Testosterone's probably the best antidepressant. Heart health. Testosterone is beneficial for heart health. It it has vasodilative properties, and it also is pro-hormone to estrogen, which is cardioprotective. It increases HDL. It also is good for protecting the endothelial lining, organ health. I don't even know what the fuck you mean by that. Like, testosterone doesn't damage organ health. Trace minerals, micronutrients, fat, water-soluble vitamins. Yeah, you can get that on a vegan diet, dumb fuck. You are so far gone. Right. So you're a pencil neck little fucking faggot. You're smaller than me, weaker than me. And I can guarantee you, if we got blood work or some sort of comprehensive set of tests to see who's healthier, the test would show that you're a fucking weak little bitch beta male who's probably going to die when he's 50 because you eat like shit and you don't exercise. Whereas I'm a fucking jacked alpha male vegan Chad who could rape your fucking mom and your dad. Do you think TRT would help with weight loss or just muscle building? It would absolutely help with weight loss, particularly loss of visceral fat. So, again, there's research on that. Testosterone clearly helps remove fat around your organs, the visceral fat. It also improves nutrient partitioning. So again, you're less likely to gain body fat, more likely to put on muscle, and you're more likely to preserve muscle while you're dieting. So yeah, you have some severe mental health disorder. I'm not the one who's a beta male fucking cuck who has to try to get attention in somebody else's comment section. So yeah, you're one to talk dipshit. You got nothing better to do. Can't get any pussy. Don't have a girlfriend. Don't have a job. Can't make money right now. Can you even afford fucking Netflix? Like, wouldn't that be a little more entertaining than coming here and bothering me? Right. Do
I haven't slept since your last stream, and that was at 1 AM my time, I think.
I think you need to get some sleep, dude. That's a long time to stay awake. Thanks for the donation, though, Ben Boy. Oh. Delusional thoughts and assumptions. Oh, okay. So I'm not hearing that you have a job or you have a girlfriend or anything better to do. You're still here fucking whining and complaining. So thanks for confirming to everyone you're a fucking loser. um, Jalen Donateller's Albert Wesker versus Spider-Man. I think I'd go with Spider-Man. Both have great reflexes, speed. Spider-Man has spider sense, webs, but Wesker has H2H training and healing factor. I'd go with Spider-Man. He's definitely stronger. Probably reflexes that are pretty comparable. And Spider-Man also has like super healing too, and he has like the webs and everything. So I think he has more tools to use. Thanks for the donation, Jalen.
Do you like using Swiss bar for pull and push? Is it good for getting chest gains? Some people get wrist issues with BB.
I'm not a big fan of the Swiss bar. I was using it for a little while. Like it can put pressure off of like a pec tendon. So like if you're injured, I think it's kind of a good tool to use. It is just a variation. So if you want a more variation with your pressing movements, sure. For pulling exercises, like that seems like it'd be kind of awkward. There's not too many that you could do because the bar is like wide. So if you're like pulling from the floor, it has to be like further out from your shins. If you're gonna do like a seal row, that could work, but I don't think there's too many other exercises where it wouldn't be awkward. I wouldn't say it's better for chest gains. You're probably gonna use less weight with a Swiss bar. But thanks for the donation, Ulf J. What do you think about Face IQ ever since your sorry ass debated with him? He's dumber and more gay than I ever possibly could have imagined. I've never debated somebody who has a complete and utter inability to think for themselves. That guy, the way his brain works is he will just believe in something basically for purely ideological reasons, and he has no way of like reasoning why he believes something or arguing for any kind of belief he has, so he just uses Chat GPT. And he just feeds it prompts and then relies on that to have him make arguments. That's why when I debated him, nothing he was saying was at all relevant to anything I said. And like, he's gay as fuck. He acts like a teenage girl.
I actually used to be unemployed, but now I have a job as a porn star. I make $1,000 per scene and I get to fuck hot ass women in the ass. It's really a dream come true. Only problem though is sometimes I have to do gay stuff as well.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Maybe they can throw more women or trannies at you. Maybe trannies would be a good compromise. Thanks for the donation, Ben Boy. Yeah, Face IQ literally acts like a teenage girl. Like, the best insult he can throw at somebody is, I'm prettier than you. It's like, that's literally what teenage girls in high school, say when they fight with each other. Like, that guy is so fucking insanely gay. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, from what I've heard from women, they don't even find him attractive. It's all gay dudes who watch his channel, too. And I know because after I did that debate with him, I got a bunch of new OnlyFans subs. Like 5 people subbed to my OnlyFans right after that debate, so they all came from Face IQ. So it's all gay dudes watching him, and it's like really funny because you would expect gay dudes would probably mostly watch his channel. He's like this gay, feminine little twink, and he's talking about like what boys he finds most attractive. So it's all gay dudes who have an interest in that kind of thing. Ugh. Ugh. I don't think Wheat Waffles is gay. I just think he's a massive, like, pathetic beta male. That guy is like the whiniest bitch I have ever fucking seen. Like, wow, what a pussy. His whole mindset to life is just so fucking pathetic. It's like, for one thing, all he does is like complain, like, girls don't like me because I'm not as pretty as other guys. The only relationships I've had are with girls that didn't really like me that much. Oh my god. Imagine uploading content like that. And then he encourages like other dudes to just like give up on life if you're unattractive or something, like, oh, life's over for you. The only thing that matters is like validation from women. It's not like you can have any hobbies or enjoy, like cars or motorcycles or pay for prostitutes. Like, just give up on life, whatever. And then one dude that he like mind fucked in his audience committed a mass shooting. And then of course this like fucking retarded asshole never acknowledged how the kind of fucking toxic horse shit that he promotes drove a fucking mentally unhinged guy to commit a fucking mass shooting and kill himself. Never took responsibility for that. Like, that guy's a fucking loser. No, I've never had any STDs. I never really slept around too much, really. Like, it's kind of weird story, but the first time I had sex, that was like weird random surprise sex, and then I had like 2 kind of hookups when I was in high school, and I couldn't fit my dick in their pussy. So that didn't really work out. Oh. So luckily never got an STD or a UTI or anything like that. Well, I mean, yeah, when you're talking about virgin high school girls, especially, that can happen. Like, in some ways, it was like, yay, I've got a big penis, and then it's like, ah. Disgusting the way you speak, no concept of gentleman, just an insecure, angry loser. Yeah, so, why don't you go snort anal grease through a warthog's dick hole, faggot? Fuck. Ugh. 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 Did you do foreplay first? Well, I moistened them up. Like, obviously, I'm gonna eat a girl's pussy a little bit. Are you a ball worshiper? I worship no one, no god, no deity, because that's some gay pussy shit. If a god exists, he ain't doing shit for me, so why the fuck would I worship him? Never woke up with a fucking Ferrari in my driveway, so why the hell would I worship any god? As far as I've seen, everything I've gotten in life is either from generosity from others or through my own work. So why the hell would I worship any like god or deity? It's just fucking gay. You're a little bitch. Ugh. No, I don't worship you. No, no, no. None of that. Ugh. What do you call this exercise? I call it incline laterals. I think these are the best exercise to build your shoulders. No, steroids don't just make your blood thicker. That's a stupid dumbass myth. I've gotten my hematocrit tested before I went on gear and after, barely made any difference. I've also been on Boldnone at 200 milligrams, and my hematocrit actually went down. So, and Boldnone's known, has a reputation for increasing red blood cell count, and it didn't for me. So it's not that simple. Are cable pull downs better for people with shorter arms? I have long arms, and overhead tricep extension does way more for me. I wouldn't say that. With overhead extensions, you're gonna bias the long head of the tricep a bit more. Um, and that's probably the part that most people are lacking the most. And I mean, everybody is going to have their own preference when it comes to what exercises they like more. Do you ever train body weight calisthenic style? Well, I do pull ups and ring dips. I add weight though. So I do body weight movements with added extra weight. Yeah, I've heard Darth Dawkins is a fucking idiot. Oh. I don't think I ever had the biggest vegan YouTube channel. There are some like weird family vlog channels that were vegan and they're getting better views than me, even at my peak. Darth Dawkins sounds like a fucking weenie. I can't stand even listening to him. Okay. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh. That was a pretty big PR. 14. 70 pounds. Well, 71. Oh, shit. Oh. Upper traps and chest are looking thick. Well, thank you. Yeah, I really like this exercise for delts. Really fucking good. I think it's the best exercise for delts. Catch up, donate $2. Brother Gains, hope you're well. Currently playing the GameCube right now while enjoying some sweet old games. Feel free to check my TikTok. Pretty sure you like some of the retro shit on there. Cheers. I'm definitely not going to watch TikTok. If you have a YouTube channel, maybe, but yeah, Smash is great. It's making me install the fucking app to even watch anything. Fuck TikTok. Maybe now that it's owned by the US, I'll watch. I'll make a TikTok account. I'd like to get a good Sony Trinitron CRT to do like classic gaming on. And do like RGB mods for old consoles. That'd be fun. All right. Doing laterals with 70 pounds fucking hurts.
I thought you were okay with TikTok now that it's no longer owned by China.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still kind of hate the platform, but I might make a TikTok account now. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Do you think there is such a thing as an evolutionary appropriate diet? No, that's just retarded. Find it kind of ironic how you're out here calling everyone who disagrees with you your psychotic takes gay. Meanwhile, the thumbnail of your latest video is 3 shirtless dudes behind 3 vegan thick boys. Well, you're the one who has gay thoughts when you see fucking 3 dudes shirtless, so you're the fag, not me. Ugh. Oh, shit. You think this way of thinking and lifestyle will work as you get older? Well, the older I've gotten, the bigger and stronger and more jacked, and the more your mom wants to suck my cock, so seems to be working just fine. Oh, what's going on? Come here. You hungry again? Oh, poor baby. Oh, come here, Gum Gum. You know I love you. This is Gum Gum. What's going on, little baby? You hungry? You'll get your num num soon, don't worry. My little baby? He's so handsome. Do you guys see how handsome he is? Ugh. Ketchup Donut Tillers, yeah, dude, I'm going to eventually transport all my content to YouTube. Overall, YouTube's a better platform, I agree, dude. If I ever come up to Canada, got you on a free CRT TV, Battletoads, and SNES. LMAO. Your size, you can easily lift a 32-inch CRT. Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I remember back in the day, holy fuck. I can't remember if it was like a 30-inch or a 27-inch or something, but I had a big CRT. That thing was a fucking monster to fucking move around. Those old things are so fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation, though, Ketchup. Ugh. Ugh. Could I be as strong as Mike O'Hearn one day? Don't see why not. I ate a cupcake made by a church lady and had the sharts all week. Yeah. I don't really take food from strangers. I remember when I was in elementary school, there was a girl in my class who was so stupid. Like, fucking dumb as shit. I think I was in the 4th grade. She was so dumb. And it was her birthday one day, and her mom came to bring the whole class cupcakes to celebrate her birthday. Her mom was fucking stupid too. That's where she got it from. Her mom gave her like her dumb fucking retard genes. This dumb bitch couldn't make fucking cupcakes. They tasted like fucking baking soda. They weren't sweet. They were loaded with fucking baking soda, and they just tasted like salty baking soda. This fucking dumb bitch couldn't follow a fucking cupcake recipe. I was so pissed. Fucking bitch like fed me like salty cupcakes. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, that's dumber than overcooking pasta. Like, at least that kind of mistake's understandable. You can get distracted or something. Putting a fuck ton of baking soda in a fucking cupcake? Holy shit, that's stupid. Oh. Oh.
Salty sweet things are only good if it's salted caramel flavor. Baking soda tastes like fucking ass.
Well, it wasn't sweet and salty. It was just salty. It was like just pure baking soda. It was just so fucking stupid. The white balance is so fucking weird. I don't know if... Wait. No. It's like 2. I think that's a good balance, maybe. Yeah, it was just pure baking soda. That's what it tasted like. It's really fucked up. I don't know how you can be so fucking stupid. Well, I figure she either is one of those idiots who, like, you can maybe mix up, like, measurements, right? So, like, you'll read, you know, quarter cup of this, half cup of that, or something, and then she read, like her eyes just misaligned one of the ingredients, where the baking soda was only supposed to be, like, a teaspoon, but she thought it was a quarter cup. But, like, if you do that, what kind of fucking idiot would add a quarter cup of fucking baking soda? So, like, either way, you have to be fucking stupid. Like, I could see doing that with, like, sugar or something, but, like, where, yeah, you're gonna use a lot of sugar, but baking soda? Who the fuck does that? Like, you have to be so stupid. How long were you on 20 milligrams of testosterone? I was on 30 milligrams of test per day. I think I was on that for like 3 months. And then I upped the dose. And in the first 2 months, I gained 20 pounds. When can we watch you smash your desk again after losing a debate with somebody? I never lost a debate with Destiny. That guy's an idiot. Like, are you actually saying anything he said was remotely sensible? Oh, the United States is weak by doing whatever the fuck they want, obliterating another nation's military, and kidnapping their leader? You thought that was a smart thing to say? Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking dumbass. Oh. 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 My shoulder's fucking tight. Oh. Oh.
Convince me why I should do legs. I have natural tree trunks and only train upper body. Besides not looking like a flamingo, is there any actual reason to suffer through squats if my legs are already strong? Change my mind.
I seriously fucking doubt that's the case. I think you're just fucking delusional. Yeah, just get stronger. Stop being a fucking lazy pussy. Thanks for the donation, dude.
The female species can't cook correctly. Shocker.
Well, all the best chefs are men. Thanks for the donation, Ben Boy.
I have put a lot of baking soda in before and mistaken it for something else.
Okay, you might... Oh, like you mistook baking soda for sugar? Why wouldn't you just leave the baking soda in, like, the fucking baking soda packet thing? Thanks for that donation, though, Bootycom. Why do you feel the need to do steroids? What kind of stupid fucking question is that? Why do you feel the need to ride a bicycle? Why do you feel the need to, like, work that job? Why do you feel the need to go to that school and learn that thing? Fucking moron. Were you planning on starting on baby doses, like 5 milligrams tren? Like Todd Lee recommends? Yeah, I obviously wouldn't take high doses of tren right away. It's really, really stupid. Like, that's an extraordinarily potent compound. You do not need much to get a lot out of it, so... people use way, way too much fucking tren. Like, it's absurd, the fucking doses people are doing. I think the most Dorian Yates ever took was, like... Wasn't it, like, only 150 a week? And that's a guy who's, like, a 300-pound fucking Mr. Olympia competitor. So, yeah. Non-Wib says, play Black Mesa. I might play Black Mesa. Oh. Jeez. Oh. I think I'm gonna, like, lean forward a bit. Crap. My right shoulder's just too tight. If things work out with Pat and she wanted a family, would you do it? No. Yeah, no. I have no idea if she has any interest in having kids at all. Haven't really asked her, but yeah, no. Not having kids. I've got a vasectomy too, so that'd be a huge fucking pain in the ass to fucking deal with that horse shit. Vasectomy reversals are really expensive, really painful. They're not always successful too, so if that was a problem, then you'd have to, like, directly extract sperm, and that's like another crazy expense. But I have no interest in having kids ever with anybody. Thoughts on Dr. Nash? Who the fuck's Dr. Nash? I have no idea. Oh. Oh. Let me see. I think the white balance is a little orange here. There we go. Well, I think we're making gains. Those were some pretty decent PRs today. 315 for 7 incline bench PR and 71 pound incline lateral raise for 14, which is a PR. Cora donated $2. Hi, Lord, please forgive all my early sins. My question is, if someone could have disturbance finding a supplier in the future, is it okay to start with test and CHG? I think you mean HCG cycle. Or using it 3 months will not require PCT. Why the what the fuck are you talking about? Why would you ever come off testosterone? Like, are you fucking retarded? So you don't need HCG. You only take medications as needed. Why would you add in another medication that comes with a bunch of fucking potential side effects? That has an additional expense. It's more expensive than testosterone for no fucking reason. And why would you ever stop taking testosterone? What's the point? What's it going to do for you? Do you want to be smaller, weaker, have less sex drive, feel like shit? Is there any reason to stop? So it's fucking stupid. It's like asking, how do I come off exercise? Like, I want to work out and get big and strong, but like, what do I do to come off exercise? Like, it's just fucking stupid. You get one warning because you're a member. So, hope that answers your question. Thanks for the donation, Cora. All right, that'll be it for the workout. Not going to do triceps because my elbows are pretty fucked. I'm going to be doing a deload week, I think, starting tomorrow. I don't really think I'm going to fuck around with trying to do another like leg workout or back workout. I'm really banged up. I just wanted to hit that 315 incline PR. So probably going to take the next week off training, just do some like recovery stuff, deload crap, which isn't worth streaming. So we're probably just going to do more gaming streams in the morning and afternoon. But I'll be on later tonight. So I'll see you all then. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. And of course, keep making those vegan and steroid gains.